Hey folks, B59 here. Welcome back to Piasa Transport playthrough of Transport Fever 2. And we're sitting here today at Vicksburg, the busy little town of Vicksburg on the Mississippi River. And we're going to be working through the punch list that Eliza created in her ops review here in the last episode. She gave us a lot of things, and they're really focused on Jackson and Vicksburg for the most part. And it's a pretty bustling area. When we look at the first item on her punch list, she says that Jackson needs better public transport. And one thing, I'm distracted by these. I'm going to shut that down. Okay. Now, you may recall that we set up this tram line between Jackson and Vicksburg to drive ferry traffic out of Vicksburg up and down the river. And that's been pretty successful, but as Eliza noted in the ops review, there's only a single stop here in Jackson. It doesn't cover the entire area. And so what she thinks will overall improve profits for Piasa Transport is to build out a public transport system here, a bus system, to get more people to go into Vicksburg via the tram and to use our bigger overall river transport network. If we look here at Jackson, we see that only 50% of people that are traveling to the 1,000 destinations that are available to Jackson are using public transport. And probably some of that is that they have to get to places that are too far away, or they live at places too far away, or are trying to get to places too far away here in Jackson. And so we can improve that. And similarly, in Vicksburg, we're going to do the same thing, because people traveling from Jackson to Vicksburg today, let's see, how many of them are using public transport? It looks like only 17%. So that's pretty poor, and I think we can improve that, and Eliza does too, by building out our public transport systems here. So let's get to it, and this is going to be pretty straightforward. We're just going to build a fairly simple public transport system, and it looks like what we might want to do is build it to go, let's see here. I think I'd like to stay off this bridge road because the bridge is getting a lot of traffic, but I think we will need to travel down this main road. And the question is, do we want to come out here or not? And then which direction do we want to go? But I think we will. I think we'll put a stop. We'll put a stop here, and we'll put them on both sides of the road. And then we'll put a second stop here. We'll put another stop down here. Another stop up here. Another stop here. Another stop here. And then another stop maybe here. Yeah. And we can either run a figure 8 type line, or we can put 2 lines in. And I'm inclined to do 2 lines. I think it's a little bit cleaner. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put a clockwise line in and a counterclockwise line. And so we will start, we're going to start here. And then here, 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 and here. We'll make this line green, and we will name it Jackson. Let's see. No, it's bus Jackson clockwise. And then we'll do another line that runs from here to here to here to here to here to here to here. We'll color it blue, and we will name it bus Jackson counterclockwise. And now let's get some stagecoaches on this line. Do we have a depot here in Jackson? No, it looks like our only depot is way down here in Vicksburg. That'll be okay. We're going to buy 4 for each line because we can. And now we'll buy 4 more. Okay. So with that, we have knocked off the first item on Eliza's punch list. Now let's just quickly get to the second item. And this is, she mentions that the food and brick drop-off does not have adequate coverage. And that today we have one drop-off. It's here in the middle of town, and it's covering both bricks and food. But I think Eliza found that it didn't reach either in their entirety. So there's food over here that's not getting coverage, and I thought there were some bricks that weren't getting coverage as well. Although, is that true? I don't think it is. It looks like the bricks are getting full coverage. So maybe we just need a new drop off for the food. So let's go ahead and drop in a drop off. Let's see. First of all, let's close this so that we can see what our coverage is. And if we put, let's see, are we going to cover? We're not going to get everything if we go there. But we will if we drop off here. So this is going to be our new food drop off. So now we will go into the delivery Jacksonville food. And we will add a station after Jackson Branch here. We'll tell it to drop off there, and then we will remove this station. That one is just carrying food. Okay, and with that, we have taken care of items 1 and 2 on the punch list. And it looks like, as we pull up the punch list, that she has the same issues in Vicksburg. So what we're going to do first is we're going to create a inner city bus line here in Vicksburg. And let's see how we want to do this. We definitely want to cover this end of town and this end of town and this part of town. So what we might want to do, let's just start here. That looks like a nice spot here. Oh, you know what? We put the wrong thing in. Let's kill this. We put a cargo truck stop there. We want a bus stop. So we've got that in there. And then when we come up here, we'll put one up here. And then one here. And then one over here. Oh, I paused there because I saw this bus station and I realized this is the one that's going down to the ferry. And there's actually 2 stops on it today. So let's see. Let's continue on what we were doing here. We're going to come over here. You know, I don't think we want this one to be quite here. I think it's not going to work. Let's try it here. And then down here. And then here. Actually, we can come through here. Do we have one on both sides down here or just one side? It's like both sides. So what I'm wondering is, do we really do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Let's see. 5. How do we want to manage this? I'm wondering if we want to... I think we're definitely going to want something here. But what I'm trying to figure out here is how to get this bus line to drop off people, this new bus line near this, both the tram stop and the line that goes down to the ferry. So today, with people coming from Jackson, they get dropped off at this tram stop, and then they go down. They walk over here and get on the bus to the ferry terminal. And I think that works pretty well. It's not too far for them, and they're able to do that walk. But if we build this perimeter style bus line, we're going to lose that close connection to the to this, unless what we can do is drop it down through here. So let's see, we do have 2 there. Well, let's see what this looks like. I mean, this could be pretty crazy. I'm going to create a new line. I'm going to go ahead and color it so that we can see the darn thing as we're putting it in. Actually, not green because I don't want to confuse it with the grocery line. Let's make it hot pink. That'll be pretty obvious. And it will go from here to here to here, here to here to here to here. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. And we'll name this bus Vicksburg clockwise. And then we'll create another line that goes the other direction. So it will start here. We're going to make it, let's see what color. We don't have anything dark blue in here, so we'll make it dark blue. Go here, 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 and here. And this one will be called Bus Vicksburg counterclockwise. And now let's get some more. Let's get 4 each on this line as well. Oh, great disappearing act there. 4. And these will go on the bus Vicksburg counterclockwise. Then we'll get 4 more. And they'll go on bus Vicksburg clockwise. Now, the other thing it's looking like here is this ferry bus looks like it's pretty full. But people aren't spilling off. Yeah, that's quite a few people, though. I think we're going to put... Wow, we have 9 vehicles on that. We're going to put 2 more. And we're also going to just make sure that these all have at least mediocre. We'll do the same thing here, too. We'll get the other line on here too. Manage the vehicles and keep them at least running mediocre. Okay, so that is the third item. And then the fourth item on her list is that Vicksburg food drop-off lacks coverage. And so that's the brick drop-off over here, and the food drop-off looks like it's over here. Yeah, we're going to just name this food drop-off. Even though we're getting rid of it, it will... So when we look at that, where is it missing coverage today? Oh, it looks like it's missing coverage out this way. That's going to be tricky. That is going to be tricky. If we put something here, it's not going to reach it. If we put something here, it will. The question is, will that reach all of the other spots? It looks like we can't have one that reaches everything. So we're going to create a second line to come out here. I haven't had much luck in trying to have multiple drop-offs for goods on the same line, and typically end up having to create a second line for that other drop-off. Oh, it looks like there's another... Oh yeah, I got it covered. Way over here, this little spot, I want to make sure it was covered. So we're going to drop this in here. And then we're going to delete it because we put the wrong one in. I really do like this icons, which is a mod. It really does make a difference. And let's see, where are these coming from? These are coming from... Oh, right here. Okay. So if we create a new line from here to here, it will be another green grocery line, and it will pick up groceries, and it will drop them off. And we will call this delivery Vicksburg food 2. And then we'll get, we don't need a lot of vehicles on this line, but I'll get 2. And this is delivery Vicksburg food 2. And now we've kind of optimized our bus and delivery systems in Vicksburg and have knocked off the first 4 items. So, her 5th item is that the Vicksburg Tools Factory needs more planks to ramp up production. So we need to increase delivery of logs from Jackson Forest and also bring in a second log supply. So if we look at our line here today for the Jackson Forest line, it has a rate of 341, but we need to get that up to 400. It's going to need 400 because that's what the forest will ship, and also what the sawmill will ship once we get the second line in. So if we add, I think I want to pin this. If we edit this line and add another flat car to it, we'll add 2, and let's see what that does to the rate. It brings it up to 372. So it looks like we probably need to add 2 more. And that gets us up to 403, which is just about perfect. And it's in bad condition and it's going near town, so we're going to increase the maintenance on this as well. Very bad condition this train is. And so now we have knocked off part A of item 5, but we now need to go back and add a second line in. And we can either bring logs down from here, or we can bring them from here. If we bring them from here, we have a pretty straight shot with the to use horses, but it would take a lot of horses and we'd probably need to go to that 2-line approach again. And Eliza's kind of playing around with the idea of introducing more trains into Piasa transport. She heard what her buddy Sam Clemens had to say about trains taking over everything, and she's thinking that for the future of Piasa transport, she needs to do more of that. So what she's going to do is she's going to bring this forest in. It's a straighter, cleaner shot than trying to wrap something around here. Although it could be done. It could be done. You know what? It can be done. And so you know what? That is what we're going to do, I think. We're going to do that. So we will get a terminus, plop it in over here. Actually, you know what? This is a very windy route. I think it would be better to do a more straight route. So we are going to come back to the original plan here and pull it in from this forest here. I'm going to try to avoid crossing that road if I can. Let's see. Let's give it aimed the way we want. And the way we want it aimed is more like this. And I should have made that longer, but we can go ahead and configure it. And we'll add some track. And some more platforms. And then we will connect it up to that forest with a tiny little road here. Again, struggling with the vision. It's so hard to see. There we go. And we do have capture. So now we can come in and build our tracks. And we can just come in. Let's see. What if we were to go? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out. Across there. But what if we do this? I think what we want to do is come right here and then do this. Now we are going to need now. Oops, did I bring that in on the wrong side? No. Nope, that's the right side. So we will need some signals here. We're going to need one here, and it's going to be two-way. I'm going to make them pretty big because I don't want to, because these trains are getting pretty long. I put one there, and you know, I am going to put another depot in because it's just, that other one is not conveniently placed for this. So first we'll bring some track out. And we'll drop a train depot in. Now let's go ahead and let's see, what is this? Jackson Forest number 3. This isn't Tupelo, it's Jackson Forest 3. And we will create a new line, short line, little shunt, runs from here to here. It will be green, and we will we'll load logs at the forest, and we'll unload them at the sawmill. Then we will name this shunt Jackson Sawmill 2. And now we will get a train on here. It'll be interesting to see how big this train has to be compared to the other one. So we're going to just pin up the line there so we can see what this is going to look like. So we're going to start with a double mogul, and then a whole bunch of black cars. And now let's get this on this line and see what the rate is. 375, we did pretty good. I think we could add, let's see, no, we want to now manage vehicles. And we will add 2 flat cars. And let's see, did we get them added? Yeah, 422. Actually, that's too much. Let's try taking one of them out. What does that do? 399. Good enough. Okay, this train is shorter than the other one, but it also goes a much shorter distance. So we've now done what Eliza asked. We have increased the ability to get planks over to the sawmill and to the tools factory. And it looks like we're already loading up here with logs. So that's a take. So number 5, you are done as well. So now we go to number 6. The Vicksburg Little Rock barge line needs to get closer to 400 capacity. Okay, this is a pretty simple one. Where is this line? Vicksburg Little Rock barge line. It currently has a rate of 306. It has 7 vehicles. And so let's try adding 2. I think that might be just shy of what we need. But let's try it. It is just slightly shy. We put one more on, it'll put it pretty well over, but you know, I think that's okay. Um, 437. Yeah, that's okay. It'll run a little bit empty at times, but the barge traffic can get a little bit wonky. So I think that'll be fine. So there's number 6. She also wanted us to add boats to the Vicksburg Baton Rouge line to bring that up closer to 300 rate. Today it has a 135, so we're going to put 3 more boats on this for sure. So we're gonna clone all of them. That's not cloning all of them. That's cloning all of them. And then we're gonna put one more on. And now we have a rate of 338. So we have taken care of number 7 as well by getting our Vicksburg Baton Rouge line over 300 capacity. And then the final bit that she asked us to do is to add another ferry to the New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Vicksburg line. So we're going to pop in here, we're going to find that line, and we're going to add one more vehicle to that line as well. And with that, we have completed Eliza's punch list for Vicksburg from her Vicksburg Ops review. And in our next episode, we're going to rejoin her as she heads down to Baton Rouge, I think, from Vicksburg. And actually, she already headed down, and she's on her way to Baton Rouge. So we'll meet her again in Baton Rouge, and we'll be doing an ops review for, I think it's the Red River down there that goes up to Shreveport. I might have that wrong, but I think it's the Red River. So with that, folks, I'm going to say goodbye for this episode. Thank you for joining me. Here's a look at our new shunt. Dropping off at load and now heading back up to the forest. So thank you, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.